When I finally got down here to the house to look see what happened, the door was standing wide open. It looked like he was packing up for a yard sale. He was lying, throwing his hands, and he did pull a gun on me when I got back around the house because I guess he thought I was upset with him. Who steals a cheese grater? He's got the works, Lysol. He stole an empty bottle of spray. What got me the most was my soap. He stole my soap. Who steals soap?
Okay. What is this?
Hey.
What is this? Okay. Let me find a fucking picture real quick. Is this not? This man's got. He looks like a bear version of Alan Tudyk. Okay.
First of all, that man
There's this man.
is a dressed up Squirrely Dan.
Is it not Alan Tudyk? Is it not Alan Tudyk but in a fat suit? Like, look. I hate Google doesn't just open images anymore. God, Google, God, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, welcome to Whelp.
Hey, welcome to dkgWELP, the Drunk Kids Gaming Podcast. I am your host, King Cass. I'm joined, as I always am, by my good friend and co-host, Curly. And this week, it's a boys' week. We're joined by the one, the real Panda Actual.
Oh no.
I had a whole military bit in my head, but I've been drinking fucking 9-year-old bottom shelf whiskey, and I think I'm losing brain cells by the second.
In case you were confused by all the other pandas out there, Panda 3 hacker, Panda H hacker, Panda @ symbol hacker.
I am surprised at how much this username gets used.
Hacking Panda. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Well, now you know who the actual panda is. As he climbs up.
Who steals a cheese grater?
Who steals a panda's name on Twitter?
Look. That man was going to have the most intense. Like, this is a person that was going through a manic episode and needed to clean their entire house, but then realized they had no cleaning supplies and they wanted a quesadilla afterwards.
There's a couple stories coming up right now. Have you ever been robbed? You get mad. You feel wronged. Okay. I've had shit broken into and nothing stolen because I ain't stupid and I don't leave my shit places. And I still felt fucking wronged. That man was a man who was wronged by a friend of his. Okay.
I love that he's like all the other shit, like door was wide open, whatever. Fucking pulled the gun on me, whatever. The empty bottle of Lysol. It's like, the fuck? What drugs are you on? You stole my empty bottle of fucking Lysol.
Stealing me fucking soap.
I mean that's what it is though, right? That you know when your friends are on some drugs when they start stashing that fucking half-used roll of duct tape. And you're like, bitch, it's $1. It's a dollar store item. You could get it.
Ripping the copper wire out of your house.
Mm-hmm. Oy. None of that shit's fun. But yeah.
For all of us, right? I know Curly has. I'm not sure on Panda's work history, but have you ever worked in retail, Panda?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So one, we've all worked in retail. Two, I know we've all lived in like shady areas, right? You know how you know the one guy in your city where you're like, oh, that dude makes his living by stealing shit, right? And then you work retail, and there's that day you see him walking around in the store you work in, and you're like, God damn it. Like, God damn it! I know you steal shit. I know you do. So now I gotta follow you because I know how you tried to sell me some shit from Walmart the other day.
And that's where every single sales associate becomes the friendliest person ever and goes up to him. It's like, hey, you need any help finding anything?
No.
What you got there, brother? I can help you check that out real quick.
There's two things going on here. You got the friendship with old Five Finger Thomas over here. Who knows how to snatch some shit, And you know he knows how to snatch some shit because y'all used to roll around and do some stupid shit when you were younger. But then you got the other side of this is when you're trying to fucking roll up and be a fucking good citizen in your own right, get a promotion, working in your job, make some real normal fucking money. And this motherfucker rolls into your shop and you're like, not here, Thomas. Not fucking here. Like, we're not doing this here, man. I hate that shit. I know you. I mean, it's a little side of a story, but like, again, knowing my history working at Papa John's, man, the amount of fucking old old homies I used to roll with, right, that would come into Papa John's when I was a manager and be like, yo, bro, you're the manager now. You want to open up, let's just give me some pizzas. Give me some fucking cards, man. I get little discount cards. I can sell them. I'm like, no, this is my job, dude. This is my job. Like, I'm trying to fucking work.
Curtis hit it too when they see you. They're like, why do you care? You're not the manager. You're not fucking loss prevention. You're like, I fucking work here, bro. Like, no, do it when I'm not here. Yeah. Do it when I'm not here. At least then I don't have to worry about it.
So much of that shit. Like, I just open up the safe, man. No one's gonna know. We could come. I had so many scheming ass friends, man. I got so many scheming, always coming up with schemes. It's good times.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
That, bro.
How you been doing, Cass? How's life been, man?
I'm fucking good. I went on a picnic the other day. I told you guys about this, but yeah.
All right. For all those that don't know, this was some early before even the pre-show conversation. And I did not think at all. If you would have asked me if it was a table of dice rolls of how much I thought Kaz would bring up the fact that he went on a picnic today or the other day, I didn't know he'd do it. No, now we're here. Now we're talking about Whole Foods picnics with Kaz.
Oh, fuck, I remember. All right,
500 days of summer type shit.
I don't know. I've been going hiking. I've been trying to do more outdoor shit. Going to fucking like street festivals in town.
My imagination of you is you never leave that room.
I know.
That dark ass room.
Trust me. I know because I have not been able to get some solid games of CS with Kaz for the longest time.
Yeah. That's weird, man. Like, if anyone asks me anytime, like 99.7% of the time, if someone's like, hey, where do you think Kaz is? I'm like, probably playing CSGO. But now I gotta say 96% chance he's playing CSGO, 2% chance he's on a picnic in a park. We now know. And I think Panda's over there playing that guitar all the time, or it's just there for show.
No, that's there when a lady comes over.
That wasn't there in the pre-show. He just put that up there for the show.
No, it's been there. Like, that thing has not moved at all. I have not even dusted that thing.
I can't even give you shit because Sam of Sam Here's Amazingness gave me his old acoustic guitar that's got like electronic components into it. It's like an electric acoustic, but it's got all the electric parts ripped out. So it's basically just acoustic guitar now. And he's like, yeah, you can use it. I don't use it anymore. And I was like, oh, I'd love to learn on it. I've had that in that closet. I restrung it. I bought strings for it. I bought new machine heads for it. I was all excited to play it. Still haven't fucking pulled it out ever since I did that.
My friend is like, yo, you want this guitar? And in my head, I was like, yeah, man, maybe I could learn a little bit of guitar. Like, I know a little bit. I could keep going. And I was like, but then the like realization hit me. And I told him, I'm like, nah, man, I'm probably never going to use it. And he's like, here, take it. If you don't use it and I find someone else that needs it, I'll take it back and I'll give it to them.
And
I was like, all right, cool. So I took it home and I'm like, maybe I will use this. And it's been sitting in that corner for at least 5 months.
You only had to move it to paint that grate.
Yeah. Painted all the walls. Fine.
One of the funny things I find about like going to like a city's like festival circuit thing or whatever, and like I went to two of the very like far from each other ones. Like I went to like some just some like street fair, and then to the second day of Pride, right? Which is always like the more family friendly shit, the like booths for like healthcare and like all the boring shit, right? That you actually need to do.
Not the fireman truck with a foam cannon in the middle of the street, everybody just wearing Speedos and thongs and shit. Yeah. Not that day. Yeah. That's the good Pride day.
That's usually my only day of Pride is like day drinking and like an old man in a fucking just a Speedo. Yeah, or a G-string, yeah, like covered in glitter,
Yeah.
trying to hug you.
Glitter can. One man on a glitter cannon, one man on a foam cannon. That's the kind of pride you want.
But yeah, so I went to that, and I'm like, oh, this is like where all the families are. Like nobody's in like a fucking tight onesie. Like there, there's a couple of dudes in heels, but that's whatever. Like, and it's just
Not
like,
like-
kids and.
Like, I hope for
Microphone.
the dude. What? Hello? Oh, okay. I hope for the dude that's like wearing heels in fishnets, wearing like that cap with like the chain thing on the front. I remember I went to like a cinema showing of what's that movie? Rocky Horror Picture Show, and someone was dressed like that, and I took a picture, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever.
So that's the Panda's outfit for DKG prom, right? Is that what we're going for? We're doing it. We're doing it, boys.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Pride. I missed a lot of the stuff this year because of D&D and whatnot, but it's still great and fantastic out here.
Yeah, no, it's fucking fun. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just like it's such a good fun time, and I live in a city that has like very little opposition to those things, so there's not like a lot of protesters or all that like hullabaloo that's happening. Like, it's just literally good fun time.
Living in San Diego, yeah, we don't get that. I get lucky out here.
Yeah, same in Miami. Like, you cross a street in Miami Beach, and it is just fucking wild.
But you're saying like Sunday Pride is like a Sunday at a convention, like the last day of a convention.
Oh yeah.
It's family day. No, it's all half price tickets.
Yeah. No. It's not even Sunday. It's the Thursday of the convention.
Like, there's just a guy there talking about like fucking like AIDS prevention and shit like that. Like, I went with my friend Emily, and she's like going to all these booths trying to get all the like free shit and like talk to all the like people who do like any kind of prevention things or shit like that, because she wants to join one of those. And then she comes back and she's like, yo, somebody gave me Narcan. And I was like, the fuck is that? She's like, yeah, if somebody's overdosing, you just throw this in them and they stop overdosing.
It's a drug defib, like.
Yeah, so basically, like, if someone's like overdosing, you just fucking force it into them and they stop like dying.
That's good to know. Why don't we all have that? Why is that on every street corner?
Yeah, it was like, okay. And then she was like, but then we were thinking about it later, and she was like, so if I'm carrying this, how do I know somebody's overdosing and not just a fucking hobo sleeping on the street?
What is it?
You can definitely tell.
There's a level of overhelpful friend that's like drunk and like, I'm gonna give you the Narcan. You're too gone.
And that person literally is just like there, passed out, and all of a sudden you just fucking throw that shit into them, and they're like, "Woo!"
Shock to the heart. I had an experience at the last year's Pride that I went to, where I brought a friend of mine, a boy that had never been to Pride for his own reasons or whatever. He just never had come out or whatever. But like he was down. He was like, whatever, let's go. And I was like, sweet, yeah, we're gonna go. And basically, I went to my friend's house on the corner. We day drank and watched a lot of the parade. Got to dance in the street. Had a bunch of fun time. Then when the parade kind of had passed us, we decided to walk over to a bar. So suffice it to say, the man was drinking and he was enjoying that everything was comfortable and fun. And then at some point, he had disappeared from our periph, and I was like, oh shit, this boy's gone. Like, what's gonna happen? He came back and he had a fish bowl, like a plastic fish bowl full of condoms. And he's all, someone gave me these condoms. And he was so excited. And I was like, there you go. It's Pride. Everyone's trying to look out for each other. Are you going to use all those condoms today? Like, what do you need, man? Like,
oh yeah. No, that has always been the other good thing about Pride. And I've told like any like straight person who's been like, oh, I don't know. I was like, hey, you like condoms, right? And they're like, yeah. Like, they throw them at you.
yeah.
By the handful.
You don't got to buy them.
You never have to buy them again.
Yeah.
like, you go to one Pride parade and you're set for the year.
Yeah. Like I'm sure there's like a whole contingency of people that are like, yo, I don't really care for this pride shit, but man, they give free condoms, bro. Like,
Yeah. Free condoms, and I can get STD testing. All right, let's do it.
yeah, good times. I love it. Should we roll into news stories at this point? I feel like
yeah, let's do it.
I feel like we've been talking for a hot bit.
No,
Okay,
we
cool.
actually haven't. We actually haven't been talking that long, but it's good time.
I started drinking at 5. I don't fucking know.
Let's fill that knowledge hole. With Kaz and Carly's News Time.
Welcome, friends, to the news section of the story where we cover the weirdest news shit on the internet just to kind of make each other laugh. Kaz, you want to go first?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to. I got one. I got so many news stories, brother.
I was reading chat and I had my drink like to my mouth when you said that. All right. So this one is a CNN article. We've been talking about a lot of these stories about people traveling to these far off destinations where, like, on these tiny islands that are not meant to house thousands of people to like take photos of shit. We talked about it with Ellis Island, and I think we talked about the iguanas and other shit. But this one is in Perth, Australia. There is this well-known house that's like out in the water, and it just has like this long dock that leads up to it, and people love going and taking photos of this to post on their Instagram, which has caused the city of Perth to have to build things like build public bathrooms and other public amenities out in this area where there is like literally not a lot of anything for that shit to need to be there, and it's just costing the city a lot of money. So I'm just like, stop, just stop.
Yeah. You say a lot of money, and like, I'm like, hey, how much could possibly be spent on a bathroom? Apparently, $278,000. What the fuck kind of public toilet are you building for $278K?
Listen,
unless you have to like run new plumbing all the way down to the next major city.
If it's $278,000, I don't even know this story. I have no idea what it is, but I'm just keying in on the fact what Panda brought up. If you're spending $278,000 on a toilet, that toilet better snake my whole colon of the next 7 days of poop. It better get it all out and just leave me clean and refreshed.
You got to think about the logistics to set up plumbing, fucking build housing.
There's an ocean right there.
Yo, I want the next Instagram photo to be someone taking that photo and someone shitting off the side of that dock.
Just dump it right in.
God damn it! No, you're causing ecological damage to that area.
Biodegradable.
$278,000 worth of fucking government, fucking biological damage.
I don't like. I'm sure there are like thousands and like millions of people going to this place to take this one stupid fucking Instagram photo.
I don't even own a sanitation company. I think I could do it for less. Panda, you want to join? Let's go fucking do it. You and me, bro. Two men in the toilet. That's the new company.
$25K.
Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, what do you want for a year, right? Like, we can get 60K each, 120. Let's do it. 120, 60K each. We'll split it. We'll figure it out. We can fucking engineer something better than this. Panda's got GitHub access. I'm sure there's a fucking algorithm somewhere.
Just dig a trough.
Yeah, I'll dig a fucking mass burial for fucking poop.
It's gonna be the Chernobyl of shitters.
Jesus Christ. I'll do it.
Yeah, we also talked about that was the other thing. Hill brought that up. We also talked about people going to fucking Chernobyl in droves to fucking visit that place. Like, stop.
That was on the last show.
Stop.
Yeah. I think I don't even know if it was on another show or if we did it just as a conversation at some point. But there was like some fucking island that's like holds like 56 people, and it's just like a really iconic, clean island that you can go to, and like they're just inundated with tourists that are coming there, and they're like, well, that's how so like for the last like 10 years, the economy has been built up around placating to the tourists, but then it's gotten to the point where there's just too many, and they're like, "There's too many people on the island, like it's gonna sink." Like the boat.
Okay. I still want to know, what is your problem with people going to Chernobyl?
The radiation.
Well, it's the masses of no. It's not the people. It's the
that much radiation.
Yeah, but it's the mass amount of people that are going, and then they're starting to do dumb shit to take photos and stuff like that, and they're putting themselves into dangerous situations. Like if you go with the knowledge and you follow the rules, fine. But when you're a fucking fuckboy and you're trying to get that Instagram photo hanging off of the fucking what's left of a reactor, like, yo, check me out.
I'm doing pull-ups on this fucking radioactive rod.
I see no problems here because at that point it's natural selection.
Yeah, but then it's some poor man in Russia's job to go and clean out fucking Jake Paul's body from the fucking rubble.
Look, you just leave it there and be like, this body has been preserved through time. Is that an iPhone in this pocket?
Because here's really the crux of it.
An attraction.
It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't. What happens is one Jake Paul runs into Chernobyl and tries to do pull-ups on a radioactive bar, and the next thing you know, there's got to be laws enacted. The whole fucking government's got to like, oh, why are people dying in Chernobyl? And a bunch of outcry.
Fuck them.
And
this is rough.
But here's the thing: this is the crux of life, right? Like, if you put one of those pools that they fucking store like the radioactive discarded barrels into, if you put that pool in some place that's like, hey, come check it out. We have a metered off area. It's safe. You can come see what it looks like to look at a radioactive pool that's active. You know, as soon as fucking Marcus the guard turns his head, Jake Paul's gonna jump in and be like, bro, take a picture of me in the pool. And then he loses his legs. And
his skin is melting off.
Bro, get the photo. Hurry up, get the photo. My legs, they're burning.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time in the gym. No, you're never gonna walk again.
So
leg day. It's leg day.
I skipped leg day by burning my legs off in a radioactive pool.
But it's leg day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That man is going to try to do a squat and both fucking legs be like, like you snapping fucking chicken wings bones.
All right. I'm gonna switch over to my news story. I don't even know how to unpack this one. We're not talking about leg day anymore. Except this actually might be leg day for a 4-year-old. This man's son... I might have killed it. This man's son took his grandfather's vehicle for a joyride because he was craving candy. This is in Minnesota.
Sugar is a drug.
The cops had the kid to reenact just exactly how he stole this man's car and went to the gas station down the street.
Oh my god, bro!
All I know is that Panda just got his driver's license, and this motherfucking kid drove himself to the candy shop. And this man
he see over the dash?
He said very specifically, "I could barely see over the dash." A cop that stopped him said, "I've never seen a driver this young before operating a vehicle." The boy named Sebastian got behind the wheel of his grandfather's Hyundai Santa Fe and took off.
If that kid got in his accidents, his legs would have been fucking pudding.
His response to the Fox 9 News reporter that interviewed him, where were you trying to go during morning rush hour? He said, to the gas station because I wanted to have Reese's. Once again, another photo of this kid. I don't know how the motherfuck this kid fucking drove a goddamn car. Again, not to call it dark.
I'm hiring him.
This motherfucker is fine and no one was hurt. It could have been worse, of course. As Sebastian's great grandfather said, Roy Becker, it could have been very serious. He could have hit a car.
Like, how do you lose your kid like that?
The 4-year-old showed Fox 9 how he was able to get behind the wheel by using his great grandfather's walker to grab the keys off a small wall hook. And then he climbed into the driver's seat and drove off when no one was looking. This man's either
Remember,
literally
kids, wear a
Tommy
condom.
from the
Have a
Rugrats. He used the walker to get the keys off the hook and then drove. That's a 4-year-old.
Bro, I have come to learn, Panda, because you just said like, how do you lose your kid for that long? I've come to learn like, it's a shot in the dark, right? Because any moment that's quiet, you take is what like I've noticed most parents do. They're like, you know what? It's quiet. I think he's upstairs. Shit's cool. I'm gonna just take this moment.
He was fucking. Don't lie. You know.
And my coworker has kids, and he tells me every day, he's like, it's like my son's only job is he wakes up at 8 a.m. and tries to kill himself for 8 hours.
As a person who has been around a child for a lot of years, surprising how much shit they try to do, and they think it's hilarious, and they just want to do hilarious shit. And they're like, we turned the stove on and threw all the butter on the stove. How are you alive? How are you alive? Like, the Sebastian's mother, not the grandfather, said her reaction to the incident could best be described as panic and anxiety. She said he watches everything that people do and he'll repeat it.
Oh, I know exactly who he was trying to repeat. He's repeating that one kid that was just like, I want to do hood rat shit with my friends.
So I mentioned that everyone survived, right? And there was no casualties or anything like that. But this is where I keyed into the story, because otherwise it'd just be a little silly story. There's a paragraph here, about 6 paragraphs in, that says, along the way, several mailboxes were destroyed and the vehicle clipped a tree, which broke off a piece of the bumper into the neighbor's lawn. Officials said that no one was injured during the joyride. He made it to the gas station where police found him. This 4-year-old drove the car down the street, made it to his destination after murdering mailboxes and half a tree, I guess.
You know what? If I ever have a kid, I'm gonna disconnect the battery every time I leave the car.
It makes me rethink those fucking like little fucking leash backpacks that people throw on their kids. Like, tie them to a tree.
You're like, all right.
I was looking at this. So this brought this up in my head, and I don't have the link. But I was looking at this story on Twitter about this guy who like. He works from home as like a writer or whatever, and he's sitting there. He's trying to get work done, and he hears a knock on his door, and he's like, "All right, that's weird." So he goes to check, opens the door, and there's 2 dogs and a cat standing in the hallway. So he's like, "The fuck?" Like, so his initial reaction is like, "Fuck it, not my problem." Then he's like, all right, you know, his shit hits him, and he's like, all right, I got to go kind of see what's going on. And as he goes to do that, he's like taking video and tweeting about it and shit. The cat sneaks into his apartment. So he's like, oh, fuck. Now I have this cat stuck in my apartment and these 2 dogs in the hallway, and I don't know what the fuck to do. And then, so at some point, he like looks through the apartment building he lives in and realizes like there's a door on the next floor that's open. So he's like trying to herd the dogs up there, get them in, and it's just like the funniest like convoluted shit, because he's like, he gets one dog in, and the other dog doesn't go in, but then somehow the other dog locked the door. So
Gotcha,
he's like,
bitch.
I got a cat in my apartment, a dog locked back into his original apartment, and then a dog in the hallway. So he's like, all right, now I'm going to go get the cat out of my apartment. He comes back, both dogs are in the hallway again. He's like, what David Blaine shit is this? Like,
Yo, I had a dog, and we put him in the cage and locked both like little handles and locked them. We leave, we come back, he's out of the cage. Both handles are still locked. We have no idea what fucking hole that kid squeezed out of.
puppy powers, fucking some kind of sentient animals and shit.
It's not even a puppy.
No,
it
but
was a adult German Shepherd. Thing was massive. I don't know how the fuck he got out.
You have opposable thumbs?
No.
But that's what the dude figured out later, is that one of the dogs knew how to open the door.
Dogs should not know how to open human doors. That should be a law. Those should be just put away or hidden somewhere or science studied. I don't need that.
So a neighbor came along and fucking tied a string to the door so that they couldn't open it again.
At that point, they're going to take you out as soon as they discover that they don't need you anymore. This motherfucker right here, Luna, as soon as she discovers that she doesn't need me, she will eat me and then take this whole place over. As soon as she doesn't discover that she can get the food out of the bag without me, she's done with me. She's no need for me.
Oh, yeah.
Insane. All right. I'm going to give you the next news story, but I'm going to give it to you in a weird way. I'm going to give you the stats of what happened in the title of this article. And I want to tell you, I want you guys to tell me what you think transpired.
Shit. All right.
So drunken man urinating harms several people.
Drunken man urinating,
causing them to go to the hospital for injuries.
What kind of pressure is back there?
Some backdated urine he's got going on.
Man blew a hole. This man
was he
took a dip in the Chernobyl.
Was he drinking and pissing at the same? I mean, not.
Well, he was drunk
driving
and
like, did he like just open his door while he was driving, trying to piss, like, and then run into a crowd of people?
No vehicle was involved. The man was on 2 feet on the ground, on the good old ground.
I want to say that he was pissing somewhere that was heavy traffic, and people were just fucking slipping everywhere, falling on top of each other.
You're fucking hot.
Falling off of shit.
You're fucking hot. Not any of that happened, but you're very hot. Man urinating off of a bridge in Berlin managed to urinate onto a passing tourist boat that was going under the bridge. People that were getting urinated on the boat all stood up because they were flabbergasted from being pissed on.
Oh no, they get hit by the bridge.
They smacked their heads on the bridge. Four people had to be taken to the hospital by ambulance with head lacerations.
Is it raining? What? Oh God! What the fuck? Oh.
It's a very short article. It's good times. Happens. Man has been unidentified at this point. Caused a number of injuries, according to the Berlin Fire Department. One person wrote on Twitter, "The animals in the zoo have better behavior."
Only in Berlin.
Only in Berlin? Yeah. Listen, man, you got to pee into the Thames every now and then. Oh, is it Berlin? Where's Berlin? I don't know what rivers are in Berlin. One of those rivers.
All right. What do I have? Ooh. So this one is just good, funny shit. So a bunch of like people started signing a petition to have the show Good Omens removed from Netflix because they thought that it was a show, a Christian group condemns the show by saying it makes Satanism appear normal and is sending the wrong messages about Christianity and other things. So they make this petition to have the show removed from Netflix, and Netflix agrees that they should remove the show. except for the fact that the show is an Amazon Prime show.
Whoopsie doodles. All right.
Yeah, which Netflix tweeted the other day. They're like, "Yeah, we think this is good, and we will definitely work on getting this show removed." And then Amazon tweeted out that like, this is going to be the last season of Stranger Things because they're going to be removing the show from Amazon's network.
I was about to get a little mad. I was like, "Do we really want to do this like fucking bullshit political shit?" But this is a great fucking misdirected outrage kind of shit, and I love it so much.
Live happens and everyone just becomes very stupid.
Yeah, good job, team. You got it taken off of the fucking wrong network. It's beautiful. Also, David Tennant. I haven't watched the show. The show looks great. I don't know, shit.
Yeah, fucking John. Not fucking the dude from.
Mm-hmm. Get them Google
Dr.
fingers
Hill.
out.
He's in it too. God damn it! What was the goddamn show that made FX like a good network?
FX.
Not FX. Fucking oh God, I'm so far gone. Never mind. But yeah, it's a good show. Go watch it. That was a fucking bad bit.
All right, we're here.
All right.
God, who's in this show? Now I gotta fucking do your news story, and then I'm gonna just yell.
You can yell all you want. All right, I want to do this one. This is let's preface this.
John Hamm, thank you, Hope. Jesus fucking Christ, John goddamn Hamm is in this show. Fuck.
I was waiting for Hilp to like.
I love
Hilp had to
John
run
Hamm.
in. Hilp had to run in from the other room to save his friend out.
God damn it, bro.
It's
I love John Hamm.
He's great.
wait, that's on the A&E.
I don't even know what A&E is.
The only thing I know. No, go ahead.
Mad Men's a good show, though.
Y'all had both of you and everybody else in the chat. Y'all been in long-term relationships at some point in your life, right? You've had a varying degree of
What do you consider long term?
a month.
Okay.
Is that telling? Is that not? I mean, that's when it's serious.
Is it? Is it though? I've been in a relationship for 6 months and I don't think that's long term.
All right, you want to talk real talk all of a sudden randomly? You want to talk curly relationships? I think if you base it on 6 months and above long-term relationships, I've had 2.
Yeah.
And I've dated a lot.
So I've had of long term. I've had 11 years.
Sorry, I just threw up.
Yeah, 11 years, 2 years, 3 years, and then a year.
Is this the period of time we don't talk about Kaz's 20s? Is this Kaz's 20s that we don't talk about?
Yeah, Kaz's teens and 20s.
Whew. All right, scrap the rest of the show. Let's just go dive deep into this. I'm Dr. Drew. Panda is the other guy, Corolla.
Might be Dr. Phil.
Go on.
No, that's it. I ain't saying shit else.
No, go on.
Actually, fuck, the 11 years is longer because we got married. That was the one I got married to.
Panda.
I'm sorry, what?
Panda, you hang out with this guy every day. I've been doing a podcast for 3 years.
I told you this.
I drink a lot.
I don't remember
I
this
got
either.
married for like, I may not have told you, Panda, but like, yeah, I got married for like a couple months and then fucking, we fucking know this. Ooh.
Huh.
Kaz is a
It was
divorcee.
really bad. Yeah, technically, yeah.
Kaz has had longer relationships than me. Everyone's had longer
Yeah,
relationships than me, apparently.
And you always go around trying to tell people I'm a shitty fucking dude.
That's why you took that dad hat off, huh?
No.
No.
Okay, switching back to the story. Oh Lord, I don't even want to do this one anymore. Anywho, we're gonna so on the subject of having relationships and overbearing like stuff, I want you guys to come up with some things. So say your significant other, whatever that is, your significant other in a hypothetical situation, y'all getting married, right? Your significant other's got their bachelor party or their bachelorette party planned. They're going to Vegas with their friends.
Go ahead.
Do you put any stipulations on this?
No. If you want to get fucked by 18 men at the same time, let that shit all out there, and we're good.
Pan the
Yeah,
stance.
I'm not like, I don't have any weird jealousies or anything like that. As long as you fucking like, if I know you enough to be in a relationship with you, then like, I trust you're not going to do anything that I would fucking worry about.
That seems pretty reasonable response, I think, from both of you.
I would just fucking leave it open. Whatever happens, and
So this person on Facebook decided to blow up their friend group with this information as their I guess, I mean they do say he, so their boyfriend or husband or now
Fiancé.
husband, maybe. Yeah, fiance. There we go. They put this out on Facebook to the whole group of friends. So I'm just gonna read this out verbatim, and you tell me when something's gotten under your skin. So hubby has been invited to a bachelor party. I'm more than happy for him to go.
hubby has already gotten under my skin.
So hubby has been invited to a bachelor party. I'm more than happy for him to go. But we are Christians, so I was thinking of writing a list. So I was thinking of writing a list of rules for all the men to follow. Let me know if I've missed something.
Wait.
All the men to follow.
Men? Plural?
All the men to follow.
You are overstepping your bounds.
We haven't even gotten to the list yet.
I don't care if you have your husband's balls in your purse, but to put everyone's balls in your purse does not fly.
This is why I saw this story and I was like, Panda's on the show. I'm happy.
Don't you dare cuck me out of a good time.
The list begins now. Number 1. Again, stop me when I've gone too far. No illegal drugs.
All right.
I feel like that's reasonable. Maybe.
I feel like that's self-explanatory for me.
No, I mean, we know what Panda stance is, but no illegal drugs. I don't know what a legal drug is, but I mean, I guess alcohol.
Weed.
Shit. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you know what? That is legal.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking state or federal?
This is Vegas.
Yeah, but state
Yeah,
or federal?
but
She does.
or are we talking about in the Lord's eyes?
I just have to say, for the audio listeners, Kaz just dropped eye drops after saying the Lord's eyes.
Yeah, I was like,
Was that not? Was
Hold on,
that just a
we're talking
drunken
about
conversation?
fucking Kaz taking fat ass bong rips 30 minutes before the show.
This isn't eye drops. It's MDMA. Doing it straight to the
Cool.
I'm gonna
eyes.
do a tab of acid real quick.
Number 2, no cigarettes. Hubby quit, so I don't want him to be tempted.
Look,
These are rules for all the boys. Number 3, no alcohol.
all right.
Hubby doesn't drink, and alcohol leads to bad choices. I'm just let it sink in. Let you guys just fucking chew on that for a bit.
Just gonna take.
No, I'm just waiting for you to get through all of these.
Yeah,
Number
'cause, like,
4.
every single one.
No strippers, dancers, or women at all. A lot of these men are already married. Number 5.
Wow. Just like hired women or just women in general?
No women at all. Women
You,
at
the friends are gonna walk through the lobby, and we're gonna have to like all face each other at the same time, shoulder to shoulder, and move in a group to avoid any female.
Number 5. No fast cars. Taxis only. Number 6. All phones need to be tracked at all times.
Oh, okay, all right. This gets on so many levels. Like, oh, my battery died. My phone got stolen.
Number 7. No swearing.
Fuck this bitch.
Don't know a gender. Could be a guy.
No, it's not a guy. They already said they're Christians.
It doesn't even.
And
They're all Christian men.
to the rhetoric. Listen to the rhetoric that is in this.
I don't even care. A bitch is a bitch. Gender neutral across the board.
Fair enough. You got me on that one. Number 8. Everyone home by midnight.
I can already tell you that's not happening.
Hold on.
My favorite one here. I'll save this one for the last. I'll go for number 10, which is the last one. No gambling.
Okay.
Cat's having a bloody nose, I think. What are you doing?
No, just allergies.
I'm
not trying to blow my nose on camera.
All right, and so the final one, which was number 9 originally, which just leads me to know I want to see the world through this person's eyes and understand where it's coming from. The fact that you have to say this: no hurting each other, including parentheses play wrestling.
Nope.
Has that been a problem with your hubby? Has that been a thing?
Look. I'm a very aggressive lover. I will go and I'll fucking RKO someone into a beanbag because I like them so much. I was holding my sister's dog, and I did that thing where like I had its like head wrap, so it was like this way, and I was like hugging it, and it took everything in my power not to just suplex the dog.
Why are you wrestling dogs? Hold the phone.
Which is why I said if I ever get a dog, I need an extremely sturdy dog, like a
We
pit
need to
bull.
unpack this. Why do you have the need to wrestle your dog to death?
Because I love it, and I just need to like just squeeze the life out of it.
What? Also, you can't go to a shelter and ask for an extremely sturdy dog. You can't ever say that.
I just look. I see. I look. Oh, okay, cool. American Bulldog, nice. Pit Bull, nice.
Oh,
Husky, dope. Don't give me a Shih Tzu. I'm gonna fucking throw that thing at a dart.
Are you a living anime? I don't understand. At what point do you walk into a shelter and ask Karen at the counter? I see you have a lot of fine doggos here. They all look very nice.
Walk in, I'm like, yo, give me the biggest dog you guys got.
I need. What do you got for extremely sturdy dogs? You know,
Sturdy?
Ones that could take a punch, a couple suplexes. Maybe give it back.
A dog that's built for dogs.
Yeah, Mech's got a good point. You should fucking rent a horse. Fucking suplex a horse. That's your dog, Panda.
No. Okay, see, there's a level of dog that you can wrestle with. You ever see a horse just fall over? It looks like his world has fucking like has just expired. You ever just see a horse trip? You see the fucking eyes on a horse when it's like, what? You suplex a horse? That thing its brain will melt. Its brain will literally just melt into a mush.
And it's not like I'm throwing them against the wall or anything. I'll just suplex them into something big and soft, like a bed or a beanbag.
I'm trying not to laugh, but Kaz is completely correct about horses being awkward as fuck. Horses lose their fucking balance, and them legs are just like, whoa!
Their face are just like,
Yeah, they're just like, what the fuck was that? What was that? Did you experience? Was that just me? What happened? What happened? Someone explain to me.
My entire life, what is happening?
Yeah. So back to this bitch.
Stop throwing your dogs, Panda. Anyways, there's a final edit on this Facebook, which is edit. Okay, guys, I've taken your feedback and you're right. I can't control him once he leaves the house, and I can't control his friends, so I've decided to just not let him go. Thanks, Karen. Thanks. For everyone's benefit, he won't go.
Karen, I want a divorce.
No. You know what happened was this dude is you know what? Domesticated is a good word. This dude is cucked, right? He's hard cucked. And he brought this list because she wrote it out. She put stencil on it. This bitch stencils, right? She put like fucking here, take that list, and it was Xeroxed and everything. And he's like, hey guys, and they're like
Laminated.
They're like, yeah, what's up, Josh? And he's like,
hold on, Kaz, right where you were saying that, he walked up to them with his rules printed out and laminated, and he's like, hi guys, I have to hand these out to everyone.
Company letterhead.
From the household of.
Yeah, cool, man. And then that one friend looked across the room and was like, you invited him. And this is what happens when you invite this fuckboy.
There's gonna be me fucking out loud. Who the fuck made this shit?
All phones must be tracked.
Yeah, and then he came back and he was like
tracking me, and it's the fucking Chinese.
The thing is, I hope that this guy is in this relationship and just fucking people left and right, and that's why they're so paranoid. But you don't know. You have no idea.
Yeah, and also, you're like, you don't want him to be tempted to smoke. All the old Vietnamese ladies in those goddamn casinos do nothing but chain smoke and play the fucking slot machines all fucking day.
I can confirm.
And honestly, like, he's not okay. As an ex-smoker myself, this is actually getting real talk. As an ex-smoker myself, you act like you ain't fucking tempting on a daily to smoke, no matter where the fuck you are. It's not a bachelor party. Hubby is definitely fucking fighting that fucking demon off his back every day of his life. He's not having to be tempted by he's in Vegas.
Being with you.
Yeah. Yeah, or fucking Kaz, who if he's fucking within 50 miles of a goddamn cigar shop on a fucking convention circuit, it's just like, hey guys, there's a cigar shop over there, and it's like, yeah, cool, it's cool, Kaz. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. There's a cigar shop over there, though. Did you guys know there's a cigar shop? We should go. Like, no, I mean, you guys do whatever you want. Like, I'm down for anything, but like, did you guys know there's a cigar shop? We can go to the cigar shop.
I'm just letting it be known.
Constantly, you know. I guess we're not going to the cigar shop. That's cool. That's fine. It's fine. I mean, I don't care. I don't really care at all. We're gonna get coffee. That's cool. Coffee and pizza's fine. But the cigar shop, and it goes over there. It's right over there. It's great.
I have very few vices, and those are the times I let those things out, and I'm just like, and everybody's like, let's all go do this together, and I'm like, oh fuck. At this time, I see the one thing that I want.
Go get it.
Yeah.
Get it. All right. Let's get any more news stories.
Yeah, I do. I got. Let me see.
I was gonna move on. It's fine. I got plenty to move on to.
Oh, this one. Speaking of travel, which we kind of do a lot here now. This was a good one. So this young lady flying from who gives a fuck to Canada. Now we've all done this. You go from one destination to another, and it was a 90-minute flight. And then, cool, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to take a nap, right? She goes, she takes a nap, chills, wakes up. Oh, hey, guess the plane has landed. looks around, literally pitch black, and there is no one there. Because the plane had landed, been taxied, stored, and she was still on it. And through all the checks, no one knew she was there.
There's a cleaning crew. There's a whole process, right?
How did that happen?
I almost covered the story on my own section. And I actually punted it to another stream, but then Kaz already had it already. I read through this thoroughly. This bitch woke up, still buckled in, and just in the darkness of a fucking plane on a runway after closing time. And like no one anywhere fucking panicked. Like in you have to imagine pitch fucking black and nothing's on, everything's turned off, everything's open. And someone was like, "Oh shit, man, I gotta go see Everybody Loves Raymond at 7. I gotta get off this plane." And the flight attendant was like, "Peace." Like, I don't know how it could have happened. She was panicked.
This is insane.
Yeah. So basically, she wakes up. Her phone's dead. There's no one there, like we said. She finds a flashlight, figures out how to open.
She finds a flashlight.
Open the door.
She finds a flashlight in the cockpit. The cockpit, which is open. I mean, if she knew how to fucking flip the switches, she could turn the plane on and go. Like,
opens the door, and she's like, it looked to be like a 40 or 50 foot drop to the ground. Because there was no fucking tunnel still attached to the plane.
Yeah, it's in the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh my
she
God.
She flagged down a late night like baggage carrier with the flashlight, and that person looked like they were in shock, is what the article said. and they rescued her from the plane, and then like I think the article says something along the lines of like she's been like. They offered to like the plane operator. This is British. The plane operator offered her a limousine to a hotel and a hotel room for free, and she's like, "I just want to go home."
They gave her a ride home and have called to apologize to her twice.
Where is the airline credit then?
Oh, did you get that sunbun fucking flight bun?
Special?
It's not sunbuns. It's Air Canada, apparently. I thought it was British. Never mind. I said they used the word torch, and I was like, that's got to be British. She's like, I found a torch in the fucking... I was like, you found a torch on an airplane? Oh, wait, it's British. Never mind.
What is this, Tomb Raider?
Yeah, right. Hard avoid Air Canada. Fair enough. Yeah, no, it's terrifying. I fall asleep on planes all the time, and I've been woken up literally at the back because I always go, especially being a fat boy. I always go to the seats next to the bathrooms, and in the hopes that no one wants to sit next to the restroom, because everyone thinks it's gonna smell like shit. I can't smell shit anyways. I don't care. So I go there and I'm like, no one's gonna have to sit next to me. It'll be fine, hopefully. And I've gone back there and I've been like the only guy in the back of the seats and everything. And I'm like, cool, stretch out and sleep. And then I've woken up and there's no one on the plane, and they're fucking like hoovering up the last of the shit, and they're checking all the seats for stuff. And they're like, excuse me, sir, you need to go? And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. I would be here forever.
That is like the deepest of all sleeps that you could possibly be on.
I was really fat and I was dying.
Yeah, I think Sunbun, it was kind of the same situation like Curly just said. He was like, she was in a row by herself, so no passenger needed to wake her up to get past her. And the crew is the big problem of like, how did the crew, like, did they just not go that far back? Were they just like, good enough? Like, my shift's over. I'm going the fuck home.
Listen, I've done that before. I didn't clean up all the sausage or do all the prep for the next morning at Papa John's. The thing is, I don't have to deal with human beings. So I'm not leaving a human being asleep in a seatbelt on a fucking plane that's gonna get taxied off to the runway. Like, woof.
God forbid you leave someone in that freezer.
That's it's like I've fallen asleep on like little skip flights where it's like you're gonna go from here, land at an airport, and then that plane is gonna go somewhere else, but you have to get off there. And like I've fallen asleep and like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, last call, if you're not going to fucking Germany, you need to get off now. Like this is the last call. If you're not going to Germany, you need to get off this plane right now. And I'm like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah. Spirit does that shit all the time because like when I was making freaking flights up to Boston, they're like, oh yeah, no, if you're getting off here, like. But then again, they do like go by and they like with the paper will check everyone's ticket that is still going on to the next stop.
The flights that I've been on recently, they'll even the ones that I'm gonna stay on the flight to go to the next one, they make us get off and then get back on. I think that's like it's just like a preventative maintenance fucking option. Like, that's good. Anyways, we're gonna move into what it would normally. I guess I don't even know if it's gonna be considered games. We're gonna go into the game section.
Oh, yay! It's game time.
Hell yeah!
With Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
All right, I looked up a bunch of "Am I the asshole?" things for this thing. So you guys are going to be determining if the person that is narrating the story here is the asshole in the situation, or they're not an asshole, which means that the other person in the story is an asshole. Or you can also say that no one's the asshole. Does that work out for you, gentlemen?
yeah.
I'm done.
So your first story is pretty much, I'm not even going to preface it with anything. I'm just going to read it verbatim, and I'm going to move it over here so I can read it. Cool. So this is a gentleman that decided to. This is so okay. The reason I brought this story up first and foremost, I brought this up because it's you fucking two assholes. You ever gone a little too far, maybe in a prank, possibly for the bit?
No.
Never. Cool. All right. So this guy says, "Am I the asshole for pretending to be an Appletarian? Only parentheses eating only apple-derived foods and drinks as a prank, causing my friends to have an intervention for me." I got the idea a few weeks ago to prank my friends by pretending to be an Appletarian, meaning somebody who only eats food products that are derived from apples and would only drink apple juice and apple cider. I told them that all I had read on the internet was that eating apples was the healthiest way for you to be healthy. When I first told them that they thought I was joking, but they underestimated how committed to the bit I would be. So whenever in the presence of one of my friends or friends of friends or coworkers, etc., who knew them, I was very careful to only be seen eating apples or drinking apple juice and cider. Apples whole, apples diced, apple sauce, the inside of an apple pie, baked apples, candy apples with the chocolate shaved off, etc. Finally, after about a week, they bought that I had become an Appletarian. They started giving me information about how unhealthy it was to eat only apples and growing increasingly exasperated by it. Some of them even got angry, but I wanted to stick to the joke. Finally, after the end of 3 weeks, I walked into what I was told was a movie night, but it was actually an intervention for me. They were all super concerned about my well-being and had all sorts of information or whatever. Finally, I started laughing hysterically. They were all confused as hell, so I told them that I'd been faking it the whole time and I had been eating real meals outside their knowledge. I even took some beef jerky out of my pants pocket and to prove it, and I munched it. I thought they'd appreciate the joke, but they were actually really annoyed. My girlfriend even broke up with me over this because a few days ago I had ruined our date when I told the waiter I only wanted apples because I was an Appletarian. And I had embarrassed her for a dumb joke. In my opinion, the joke was solid, and they should appreciate my commitment to the prank. But did I go too far?
This is comedic gold.
You guys debate. Kaz and Panda debate.
Oh, this is my favorite thing ever. I mean, I would do this.
Look, I've lived by one rule for a lot of my internet content creation life, and that is like dedication to the bit. Especially if like you're not directly harming anyone, dedication to the bit is fucking key. And at first I was gonna be like, I don't know, maybe he went too far, but then I remembered Hilp when I first met him asking me to be on his podcast. And I crafted this whole thing for like a week where I was like, oh yeah, I'll be on. And then I was like, oh man, just so you know, man, like I am a devout fucking Christian. I don't curse. I don't like try to talk about things that are against God or like all of this shit.
Yeah, I want to bring up something. 'Cause, like, Gabby says, as soon as you inconvenience wait staff, I am gone. As someone who is keto, I will always have to inconvenience wait staff. So they are probably used to dietary restrictions. And like apples and shit, it's like, all right, yeah, fuck it. I mean, if they can't, they can't. They're just like, sorry, we can't like do anything for you.
As a newly keto person, I will always err on the side when I talk to the wait staff. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna order this. You got a blue cheeseburger. If it's not too much trouble, can you just not bring the bun? I don't want you guys to waste it because I'm just gonna throw it away anyways. I'm gonna do lettuce wrap. And if it's too much of a big deal, like I will gladly do it myself. Don't worry about it. And everyone has always been like, oh, it's fine. We will do whatever for you. It's just we're selling you a fucking burger. Yeah.
They highly do not care.
Yeah.
Also, Gabby, you're taking an assumption on well, dietary restrictions are one thing, and this guy was being an asshole. Whereas, like, no, all he said was, oh, all I do is eat apples. So if you don't have apples on the menu, like, then I don't want anything. Like, you're assuming too far into it that he made some kind of like. All he said was, I just tried to order apples. Like, and that's it. He didn't go into like great detail of like what he like if or what something like that. So you're over assuming on that.
I think the joke is solid, not
Yeah.
enough.
Not an asshole. All right, that's not an asshole. What are you thinking, Kaz? Not an asshole.
I mean,
No, I'm down with dedication to the bit. Like he didn't hurt anyone.
He needs someone better in his life. So
There is I guess there is the option of needs more information. If I think that's what Gabby's looking for, and that's a valid response. Need more.
there's no wishy-washy. We're either going one or the other. Black or
All
white.
right. I mean, okay. All right. I think you're very fun with the friends, but yeah, I think maybe the girlfriend's response is that's her own problem. That's her own thing. Their relationship has their own issues, but everything else, fucking with your friends and convincing them to have an intervention for you is probably the best thing I've ever fucking seen. like, nah, man, I just fucking suck apples all day. That's what I do, bro. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
I heard it's good.
And then on the waitstaff thing again, you say like dietary restrictions aren't a problem. I know people who get pissed when people go to any like restaurant and order any kind of vegan shit because it means the kitchen has to do extra work.
There's also like a lot of allergy shit, and like if you don't have a clean kitchen that has a separate section for like people have issues with like almonds or onions or whatever the fuck you could have an allergy with, then like you're like I don't know if they cook it on a fucking separate stove. But
yeah,
if you don't cater to that, then it's hard to keep that going.
Yeah. So if this dude went in there and was like, "Yo, can you slice an apple for me?" They were probably like, "Gotcha, bro." Like, because that's literally like, "Cool, yo, just a sliced apple on a plate for real." Yeah. That's it. All right, cool.
Easiest meal I've ever made.
No, every place I've gone to, even the most like persnickety looking restaurant is like. I'm like, hey, I know you guys like. I went to this place that had it was dubbed New Zealand fair food. It was supposed to be like only New Zealand like customary dishes, and it had a lot of sauces that were like a lot of carb filled stuff, and they had this bread like stuff that was amazing. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna be here. I don't really need to eat, but if you can make one of the burgers without that stuff and just throw lettuce or spring mix or whatever in it, I'll manage. And this guy was like, oh, absolutely, no fucking problem. Like, that's not a big deal. Thank you for telling me because I don't have to waste the bread or all the shit. And I was like, cool, thanks, bro. Like, no big deal. Like, it's great. So I think you both agree with
he was using the term that his girlfriend said she felt embarrassed that all he was doing was ordering apples when they went out on a date.
Well, the quote unquote was, I felt embarrassed that you ruined our date for a silly joke. And he was like, I felt the joke was solid.
Ruined is it feels like a stretch. I don't know exactly what happened, but like you make the most of what you got.
Okay, next one. I'm trying to decide which one's not going to be offensive.
No,
just do it. Don't fuck it. Whatever.
All right.
We're here. When you're here, you're family.
This one is titled, and bear with me, Am I the asshole for laughing at my significant other during sex?
Okay.
That's the title.
Okay,
that's
so
just the title. We got content coming. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna read this verbatim. 2 things first. She just got a smartwatch. She's not the most active.
Oh, okay. No, that's goals. Fucking gold. I can already see where this is going. I love it.
So my significant other and I were having sex. I'm on top,
okay,
and it's the usual, which is fine. I'm always the one to suggest other positions and stuff. Otherwise, it would just be missionary/done. I've already got her off, and I say, hey, babe, want to get on top? Her, not really, if that's okay. Me, okay. Continues. Suddenly, her watch starts vibrating and chiming. Me, what's up with that? Her, without thinking. Oh, it just does that when it thinks I've been sedentary too long. I bust out laughing, and I can't stop laughing. She gets super angry about it. We stop. I don't really care because I just appreciate the comedy, but now she's kind of mad.
Was she on top at this point, or was...
No. She said
declined.
she wasn't going to get on top.
She's just fucking starfished there. Just like...
All right.
Fucking Jesus on the cross.
Sedentary?
Okay, we can focus on that or the fucking jokes, the japes and the jeeps that are happening. Come on.
I'm just sedentary.
I mean, I would laugh.
All right. One, oh God, there's so much to unpack here.
There is not that much to unpack.
There is a lot to unpack.
Curtis throws out, I don't see there's a problem, and yes, they're an asshole. Why? That means you see a problem.
No, all right. So let's reiterate this in simple English, right? So they're boning, right? He is on top, right? He's doing it. She's got off.
Classical in and out.
Yeah.
Right.
We only have the post to go on, and he wrote,
right,
I already got her off. Who knows if that's true?
Right, true, but we're just going. Yeah. We're going with the information.
Judge Kaz and Judge Panda.
Yeah, we can only take what we've been. We can only take the evidence that we have been given at face value. So he says, got her off. We're still doing our thing. I am the one who normally suggests other positions because if not, it would just be missionary and nothing said, right? So. And then her watch starts vibrating. Yeah, it does that when I've been sedentary for too long.
Sedentary. All right, let's get this one thing clear for a moment. It's sedentary.
And my man laughs at the miscue in fucking vernacular.
It's a funny. Okay, sorry, I'm not the judge. I'm the jury.
Wait, where's my Skype? Oh, there it goes.
Like, here's my thing. One, he needs a new girlfriend, right? Because, like...
That's neither here nor there. Is he an asshole or not?
No.
Look, I think it's hilarious.
Like, if you can't have fun
yeah,
while you're having sex,
Yeah,
Like-
all right. So I'm gonna put some. I'm not putting anyone on blast, but like, I was doing my thing, fucking switch position. Someone fucking tooted, and I couldn't stop laughing.
We've
But it was
all
a good
we've all
time.
giggled at a fart here and there. Okay, that's part of. Okay, I'm gonna chime in now at this point.
Fucking-
Sex is
bang,
fucking
bang, gang,
taking.
gang. There's a little toot in there, and then all of a sudden we're just fucking rolling laughing.
Sex is taken way too seriously for a lot of people. It's a hilarious, awkward, weird shenanigan that we all fucking do. We all got weird bodies. Air ends up in gaps that are supposed to not have fucking air in them, and shit happens. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I dislocated someone's hip. That's an asshole.
So Curtis also says
Okay, hold on.
he laughed at her for not getting.
Kaz. Panda dislocated a hip.
Yeah, no, we talked about
Weird flex.
Bro, you gotta stop drinking, bro. Like, me and Panda have also talked about the respective times we've bashed people's skulls on headboards. Like,
I fucking what are those like boards that are underneath the mattress? I cracked one of those, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I do that on my own, just by
Yeah.
sleeping.
all right, but no, I want to get to this. So like, Curtis tries to bring up like, he laughed at her for not getting up during sex, which is like, you. So if you
No,
take the
He
full
didn't
rhetoric of
laugh
that
at
situation,
her for not getting up. He laughed because the watch was able to pick up on that.
I think
It's
no
two
matter
separate
what.
things.
I think no matter what, even if you layer that situation, it's fucking funny. Because he was like, do you want to get on top? She's like, no. And then the watch fucking vibrates because she's
The
been
watch
sitting
is
still
like,
for two.
you better get on top.
Right. That shit's funny, bro. Like, come on. That shit's fucking funny. Like,
I think she was taking it way too seriously. Not an asshole. Gospel said asshole.
That's two not an assholes, but chat is against it. Fair enough. It's fine. It's okay. This is how it is. The judges have spoken. This is the Supreme Court that you guys have elected. The Supreme Court of Panda and
I
Cat.
laugh during sex all the time. All right.
Yeah,
TMI, right? TMI for the viewer. I had a girl with my dick in her hand, and then like we just started having a fucking conversation. And then we laughed about the fact that we're having a normal ass conversation while my fucking dick is in her hand. Like, that's fucking funny, bro.
I'll jump in on that, and I will say I've had a dick inside of a girl, and we started having a conversation, and then she started laughing. And I said, you cannot laugh like that because your whole fucking body's convulsing, and it's doing crazy shit, and I can't handle that. So stop it. And then that made her laugh more, and then I was just like, okay.
Laughing is my new kink.
That's a good time. Ask a girl to laugh. It'll be fun. I'm gonna end this here because I have a lot more, but they have to be curated.
No, let's
a
do
lot
one more. Let's do one more.
Oh,
No.
fuck. I have to
Fuck you.
pee
Do
so
one more.
bad. I have to pee so bad. You guys want to talk about something very quickly? Because I have to honestly run off and pee.
One more. Come on, one more.
I'm gonna run and pee. You guys talk.
One
Seriously, I am literally about to piss all over the fucking computer that I have right now. Can you guys just fucking like vamp for like a hot minute?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We got
run.
this. We got this.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Fucking-
jeez, I know, right? Like fucking Jesus Christ. Like, so let's hold on this topic for a little bit, right? Like, if you, like sex is already just a weird, awkward thing, right? Like no matter what you're trying to do, it's just a weird, awkward thing. And I think if you learn to have a lot more fun with it, just in general, and you are open to more discussions during sex, and you just fucking like allow yourself to have fucking fun in that situation, it makes it so much better.
Yeah, because like people are so taboo about sex and stuff that like it really puts a hamper on the entire thing because people are like so self-conscious about everything. But it's just like just fucking have fun, like let shit happen. And if something stupid happens, you're gonna have at least you'll have a funny story at the end of it.
Yeah. I don't necessarily think he was laughing at her, like, but Like you layer that situation. It's fucking funny, bro.
Laughing at that person, it's laughing at the situation, because like when I laugh, I wouldn't be laughing at the person not moving. I would be laughing that
No.
somehow the watch picked up on it and was like, I mean, are you asleep? What's going on?
All right, I'll give you this. I'll give you. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna go with this one.
All right.
Oh, that's too obvious. Okay, all right, never mind. So here it is. This isn't Am I the Asshole? This is a according to the article, a female worker at a cupcake shop, small company, 6 people, has a female coworker that's giving her shit. She says, and I'm going to read this now verbatim from here on in, just to give you context. I have a female coworker who repeatedly calls me out regarding my weight. I am a female, 5'9", 115 pounds, very thin. She is overweight. All the time, or she actually wrote very overweight. All the time she makes comments about my weight. She doesn't call me by my name. She calls me slim. I've even heard her say one time, "Go ask Toothpick." And she said stuff like, "You need to get some meat on your bones and you need to eat." I have only worked there 8 days. I have asked her very nicely to stop. Yesterday, I asked her to stop calling me slim again, and she basically said, quote unquote, it's her mouth and she can do whatever she wants. Today, when she said morning slim, I replied, morning chunky. And she got upset and actually started crying. Everybody here at work is saying I'm wrong and I should apologize because being called fat is different than being called skinny. Because you can get the rest of this at this point.
There is no like zero way. All right, they're not both.
No, hold on. Fuck you, Hill. Here we go. Here's the thing, right? So this is a person who's probably had weight issues their whole life and has learned to come in somewhere into their own. Well, no, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the heavier set woman, right? And has probably been bullied and shit like this, and now later in life has probably kind of reversed the tides a little bit and tried to be like kind of the snarky person in those situations. But here's the sitch, right? When you do that, when you try to reverse the role and become the snark to probably your own insecurities in life, right? You are fully always the fucking asshole in those situations. Then they're out, right? She tried to go about it in a diplomatic way and being like, hey, like I don't appreciate when you do that, right? Because like whatever. You don't know her own bullshit. You don't know that maybe fucking she has some weight issues on her, which is why she's skinny. Whatever the fuck. So when you do that and then you don't take into account your own insecurities and then that shit gets flipped on you, that becomes what you deserve. That is no longer the other person being an asshole. That is now what you deserve. So she got what she deserved when the OP was like, "Hey, could you not do that?" And then she went, "No, fuck you and all the skinny bitches in high school who made fun of me, and I'm gonna fucking get at you now." Like, no, fuck you. That's what you get, you dumb motherfucker.
Don't if you dish it out, you better be ready to take it as well.
The heat in the kitchen is what you're saying? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, either learn to be a good person and not carry your insecurities through life, or if you're going to go that route and be a fucking like cunt, then learn to take it when it gets served.
Yeah, I agree.
I
don't think.
No, they're not both assholes. They're not, because she asked her very politely to not do a thing.
For calling someone an asshole who is trying to stick up for themselves.
I have a third option that I will give you more information for. This article does go on a little bit more. Reddit thing.
Post.
So yeah, the post. So it goes on to say, as I was saying, everybody here at work, only 6 of us, is saying that I'm wrong and I should apologize because being called fat is different than being called skinny, because being called skinny is a compliment. I said that as long as I will call her, as long as she calls me slim, I will call her chunky. And now that I'm the bad person. Am I the asshole if I don't apologize? Here's where it gets dicey for me. The owner / also manager has completely ignored the situation, saying it's a high school issue and we should figure it out. Okay. And then it goes on to further to say, oh yeah, it says, I went to the owner before I called her chunky and I asked him if he can talk to her because I felt that she was harassing me. That's when he said, quote unquote, we can handle it ourselves.
Yo, boom, boom, boom. So now fuck all of you. Like, because she handled it in every diplomatic way possible.
And nothing.
Yeah. So once again, me and Panda are fucking right.
Oh God, I love it. I gotta find one of these stories that you guys will split on because that's the fucking goal right
Nah,
there.
dog, no, it's never gonna happen, bro. You can't do that, dog.
I know I have new goals for life now to find stories that Panda and Kaz will split on. Oh Lord.
Get angry at each other, audio will start peaking.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah. All right.
No, there is no realm of reality where they're both assholes. Only one of them is an asshole. And the manager. Actually, you know who the 2 assholes are? It's the girl who started that shit and the manager. Fuck that kid. That kid needs to get punched in the cunt.
The biggest asshole is the manager, easily, in my opinion. And that's just me chiming in at this point.
No, there are no degrees of asshole. When you ask somebody politely to no longer do a thing, and they look you dead in your adult ass eyes and go, no.
What are you going to do? Let that person run all over you for the rest of the time that you are at that?
Fuck no, dog. You
You're just gonna
defend
let
yourself.
someone roll all over you? Like, no.
I mean, the typical solution would be if you ask someone politely to not do a thing and they keep fucking poking at you, it's hit them in the face. But if you're gonna
get hit in the mouth.
But if you're gonna be an adult about it and you're gonna say, you know what, I'm not gonna try to hit you in the face. I'm gonna just fucking talk to your manager and maybe figure it out. And then that manager says, figure your own shit out, and you still don't hit that person in the face. I think you're a good person. I think you're okay.
But Curtis, she tried all the diplomatic routes and none of them stuck.
She didn't even go deep on it. I don't think she even went deep on it. I think she went just a literal tit for tat response. Like, she could have been like way more shaming and way more whatever if she wanted to, but she went with, boom, here's exactly an opposite fucking of what you just called me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this bit isn't good for dkgWELP. Maybe we're gonna get ourselves in trouble.
You owe no one nothing in life to have to explain your issues to anyone, right? You owe nothing in life to have to be like, hey, I don't like that because of X. If somebody says they don't like something, then that's it. That's it. Like you don't have to have some kind of recourse as to be like, oh, you're just being sensitive or any of that bullshit. Like, even though I say that to people all the time, like, somebody's bullshit is their bullshit and that's it. Like, so if she was like, hey, I don't like that, then that other person should be like, cool, my bad, like, or just not do it anymore. So for them to keep doing it after a person has told you, hey, I don't like that thing that you do to me, like, and then you also go to a person and like, hey, this person's kind of harassing me. Like, could you step in as the person of authority in this situation? And that person goes, nah, you got to handle that.
Yeah,
and you try the diplomatic routes.
I don't care how busy a manager is. To take 5 minutes, take both of them aside and be like, call each other by your names, and that's it, and then have them on their way.
There was a conversation in the comments that were like, you could wear a name badge that says "Call me this name," and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
this is I don't know. This is a small company. This is a very small company. 6 people, including the manager. This is why bigger companies have HR departments. I tried to end it before this one. I tried. I'm sorry.
No, I love this.
Okay.
This is good. This is good shit.
We are going a little long, though. We're at an hour and 30 at this point. So, on that note,
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
I think we're going to wrap it up. Kaz, if you want to do the honors at this point, my man.
Thank you to each and every person in chat that argued with me and Panda today. I love each and all of you individually in different ways. I would never call any of you skinny. Make sure you fucking tweet about the show. Tell other people to come and listen to us and hang out with us and argue with us each and every Sunday. As well as go and check out dkgTV.com. You can follow the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere that you can get a podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Do all the good things. Keep up the good fight. Happy Pride Month. I love it. I love you all. The whiskey slur is starting.
We doing anything afterwards, or Panda's going to go to sleep so we can go fucking fight the
4 a.m.
Cool.
I'm trying to live that fucking Creed life.
Have a great night, everybody.
I mean, I'm here. I'm here for shit.
I'll do a little bit of shit, but
This motherfucker.
look, man. Come on. I have a car now, which is nice.
I'm not stopping the recording until you guys are done with this great commentary afterwards.
I'm done.
Bye.